Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. My name is Mr. Maxwell, and welcome back to another chat about video games.
Another one.
Another one. I'm getting good.
Regular content.
I'm regular. I've not given up halfway through like I've done with a lot of my series. Shot. Yeah. Again. Obviously, there really isn't much news.
No, for the same reason why there wasn't much news last week.
Or the week before that.
Or the week before that.
Or the week before that, I think.
So, yeah, you know, the C virus.
There's been a couple of things.
There's been some developments.
There's been a couple of things that, anyway, would like to just a little talk about, and then we'll go on to, because we've been playing games.
Yes.
So we'll use this time just to say what we think about those games.
Yeah.
So first thing, and I'm talking about this because I think it's great. I think it's funny. China has banned sales of Animal Crossing New Horizons after it becomes a haven for Hong Kong protesters.
Because of course.
I'm sorry, like China, you've lost. You've lost. I'm sorry, but if the protesters are using Animal Crossing now to protest,
yeah, they're using anything and everything.
that's it. You've lost.
You literally have to close off your entire internet.
Yeah, you've lost now. It's over.
And I don't even mean like stop the outside world, access into the outside world. I mean just literally close the fucking thing down.
Yeah, like you have lost. You're not winning this anymore. I think it's great. I think this is great. It was this is from Eurogamer. So
basically, right, anything that has customizable stuff in it,
yeah,
will probably eventually be banned in China.
The thing is, because they're just going to move on to the next thing now.
Yeah, it's like
whatever has
it'd be like getting
the
hands on a WWE 2K game and basically every wrestler's hashtag changed to hashtag Free Hong Kong.
Yeah, I think it's all they're going to do. All they'll do is just go to the next game.
Move on to the next game. I mean, what do you think they're going to do?
I know, right? It's also the fact that they're using Animal Crossing for it.
I know.
Kind of makes it just that little bit more.
I mean, even if it's even with just the means of like Doom Guy and Isabel together wasn't good enough. It's like no, this is serious now. China has banned the game.
It makes Animal Crossing sound like a why is that game being banned, doesn't it?
Like, yeah.
Oh, it's a naughty game.
It's a naughty game. Well, in the eyes of China, it is. It lets people express themselves.
That's very true. I love Animal Crossing. I love that game.
It is such a chill game.
So relaxing.
Is it perfect? No.
Even though I do want to punch Tom Nook in his nose, but it's fine.
Yeah, it is. It is a good chill game to play.
With this though, I've been thinking what games are next? What are they going to do? What? Because eventually, it's the only way they're going to do it is if they're in China. They go, right, you can't have customizations in your game.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
That's how they're going to have to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, well, what are you going to do? And even then, that's not really 100% going to work because, hackers. Modders.
Yeah.
You should be able to get free Hong Kong mods if it's all on PC.
It's basically and even with the coronavirus kicking off, Hong Kong and literally are still no, fuck this.
Yeah,
we're still going to do.
We're still going to protest.
We're still going to protest.
We're just going to do it in a cute and adorable way. That's
and
pretty much how
maintaining
they do
2
it.
meters distance.
And maintaining 2 meters distance from each other.
It's like Jesus. But yeah, China once again throws the sledgehammer at a situation that probably could have been solved with a.
I don't know what they're going to do with Cyberpunk. The customizations in that game is ridiculous.
Cyberpunk, I doubt they'll give it a release.
You think?
Yeah.
Oh.
But the thing is, alright, is World of Warcraft had to be in China is different to the rest of the world because you don't see any skeletons.
Ah, that's very true.
So and if you think about it, right, the modifications that you can put on in
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk, it's like, yeah, China's going to look at that and go, no.
Yeah. Because, like, you can't really change Cyberpunk because the whole point of the game is to be whatever you want to be. So, yeah. That might be a big hit for Project Red, you know.
I don't think they really care. They're going to make enough money anyway from the Western.
That's true.
From the West.
And probably Japan as well.
Maybe Japan. I don't know. It looks like it's going to be a Western RPG.
Oh yeah, but
so
if you look at the aesthetic of the game and the art design, it's very Ghost in the Shell.
Yes, I think that's the thing that will get people interested. Whether it'll actually take off in Japan, is another thing. Because there's a reason why JRPGs are still popular. Yeah.
Oh, I know this.
So yeah, it's interesting. If there are certain games you just look at and instantly go, yeah, that's never going to get released in China. Doom Eternal is one of them.
Oh yeah, Doom Eternal.
Doom Eternal, never in a million years will that be released.
Which is a shame because then the Chinese people will never know the glory of Doom Guy.
What, the Doom Slayer?
And now,
oh no, they will. They just have to basically go through a non-official, non-Chinese official channel.
And they may not understand, and because they won't see the brilliance of Doom Guy and Isabel.
I know.
Oh,
it's a shame that the population of China would not be able to see that. I mean, hell, the thing is with China is that China banned Plague Inc. because a lot of people at the beginning of this whole thing bought the game because it was the case of, well, we're dealing with it, let's just fucking buy a game about diseases that are designed to wipe out the planet. It is though. It's the way of like dealing with it. It's like, fuck it.
It is. Yeah.
Let's make the worst case scenario. Let's do this. China banning the most chill, relaxed, and cute, adorable game on the planet currently is a thing.
It gives Animal Crossing like an edge.
It does.
Animal Crossing's the bad boy now.
I mean, hell, Isabella basically punching a demon's head off in some of the like fan art and that isn't enough to give it an edge. It's definitely done. It gets an official edge now.
Yes. Oh my. Okay, right. So moving on, and this is only a little thing that we're going to talk about because it's just a rumor.
Right.
For one, a Resident Evil 4 remake is coming in 2022 from a new studio. New reports say.
I don't see the point.
Neither do I.
Because the argument for Resident Evil 2 and 3 was that it was basically a modernization of Resident Evil 2 and 3. Changing it from fixed perspective cameras
to over the shoulder,
inventory management changes. I don't think it makes much sense to remake Resident Evil 4.
No,
it doesn't need to be remade.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. It doesn't. It's not a needed thing. Oh, alright then, fine. Bugger off. It's not a needed thing.
You were just talking about a pop-up that just came up on your tablet.
Yes, right, and then it closed.
Just in case the mic picked it up, because people will be thinking that you're telling something to bugger off for no reason.
Yeah. It also closed the page, the page I was on for Resident Evil. But anyway, Resident Evil 4 is probably one of my favourite games, like, of all time, because it is just that good.
Yeah.
You can go back to it now, given how old it is. You can still go back to it now, and everything still feels great.
Yeah,
about that game. There are a few things that maybe you could spruce up a bit, but there's nothing that's like
basically Ashley.
Yeah,
everything to do with that, and even then, like, there was an option to basically put her in a hiding place, and she will stay there until you tell her to get out.
Yes,
which is.
Or if you completed the game, you got the night armor.
Which is
So she became invincible.
She was invincible, and they couldn't pick her up.
Yeah, because she was too heavy.
But I don't see.
I think I would like
a reason to remake it.
I would like a remaster.
But it's already had a remaster.
And I would like... No, what I mean is, like, I want a remaster as in, like, so the graphics look like Resident Evil 2 and 3.
Mm,
That's
yeah.
about it.
Oh, the remakes of 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, using the...
I would like a remaster using the RE engine.
I mean, clearly, Capcom really like the RE engine. They are really...
Well, no, that's their engine now.
Yeah, I know, but...
All their games are going to be coming through that.
Well, not...
I don't think...
I would take that with a pinch of salt because EA forced everyone to make...
No, I think...
EA makes everyone use the Frost engine because DICE made it and they liked it, like that game engine.
Well, they own DICE.
Yeah, no, they own DICE, but no, do you know what I mean? The Frost engine, they forced FIFA onto it. Andromeda was the mess it was because they forced BioWare to use it and gave them. No, Andromeda.
Andromeda? Oh, Mass Effect.
Mass Effect Andromeda was that much of a. There was that many problems with it because they forced BioWare to use that engine and they had never. And got very little help for it.
I say that
it is a game engine design. The Frost engine is a game engine designed for first-person shooters, and yes, you can take game engines designed for one specific thing and use it in other ways, but you need to be able to give the people the tools to be able to do that.
Yes.
And it's clear the RE engine is made for third-person, over-the-shoulder, potentially survival horror.
I would say survival horror.
Yeah.
Because Resident Evil 7 is the first game that came out in the RE
and
engine. And that's a first person.
Yeah,
so I would go more horror games. I think that's what I meant to say was that they're making all their horror games. Street Fighter is the Unreal Engine, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
They've used, and I try to remember what they used for Monster Hunter. Because it wasn't the RE engine.
No. That's what I'm saying. It's
yeah.
I think if someone basically says, we're going to have everything in this engine is not a good idea, usually. No. Unless, obviously, you're Epic or who else is there? Because Unreal is Epic.
Yes.
Epic make the Unreal Engine, and the Unreal Engine is a it's designed for all-purpose game design.
What's 2Ks?
I don't know.
Because it's the one that's the one Gearbox use and stuff like that.
I can't remember. I know what you're on about. It's like Valve sitting on the frigging is it Steam engine that they have?
Yeah, because it's Steam.
Yeah. Valve. It's like that game engine for Valve is
really good.
Really good. And the fact that they're just sitting on it. The Fox engine.
Aye.
For
Konami's Fox engine. Yeah. It's just such a good engine. But let's be honest, they're just going to release shite on it.
Yeah.
could you imagine a Silent Hills game using the... Because that's what Kojima was going to use.
Yeah, the Fox
engine for the Silent Hill game. Oh, shame. Anyway, yeah. So a remaster
back to Resident Evil 4.
A remaster of Resident Evil 4. I would prefer a remaster, not a remake.
But it's already been remastered.
It's already been remastered.
It got remastered for the PS3.
But I feel like...
And Xbox 360.
That's the thing. And
it got remastered again for... Well, actually, no. It was originally done on the GameCube.
Yeah.
It then got ported over the PS2.
To the PS2. Then it got ported again. It didn't. It says they say remaster. This is the Dark Souls thing.
Oh right.
And so everybody goes on about.
It's just basically a PS3, shinier PS3.
It's not. They are not remasters. They are ports. They've just spruced it up a little bit to make it look like a remaster.
Yeah, but okay. So, and I understand remasters. You do a lot of balance of life. Improvements. What parts of Resident Evil 4 need
just
improvements?
Just the graphics.
In that case, that's...
To modern day. That's about it. That's why I'm saying, if they were to do it, the only thing that I would be alright then, is the graphics, which at the same time, when you think about it, you just kind of go, really? Is there any need for that?
Yeah, I don't see the point, really, of remaking Resident Evil 4, personally. I don't see... It's not... It hasn't aged as badly as... Resident Evil 1 and 2.
1, 2, and 3.
3.
Yeah. You know, all old PS1 games.
Yeah.
Old PS1 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so
Resident Evil 3 came out.
What I would like them to do, though, because
Code Veronica.
I'm thinking it's going to be Code Veronica, not 4.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because
I'm thinking they've just like maybe slipped 4 to like be like
like a red herring.
That's what we're making.
Like
but
a red herring.
I would like them to do Code Veronica because Code Veronica is quite an interesting story. The game just doesn't.
Well, the game's it's like it was released on the PS2.
Yes.
But it was this like mix between it was like better graphics, but it was still the old system of like fixed cameras and all that. Do you know what? What they really should remake? Dino Crisis.
Yes.
That's what they need to remake.
And let's not talk about Dino Crisis 2.
Dino Crisis 2 is okay. 3 is the one that no one
3 is the one that we don't talk about.
The one that was released on the Xbox.
That's the one where they're in space or something, isn't
Yes.
it? Oh, good God.
Dino
Dino
Crisis.
Crisis. In Resident Evil 2 style remake. That's God, could you imagine that? Oh, because I don't want it to be in Resident Evil 3 because being chased by Nemesis is fine enough. I'm not being chased by a T-Rex.
No, you won't be because I don't think there's an actual chase scene in it. No, actually, technically there is in Dino Crisis.
Yeah.
There's the bit where you're on the walkway and the T-Rex just shows up.
Yeah.
And you have to run along the walkway with the T-Rex like going.
Absolutely love Dino Crisis. Again, that might be what they're doing.
Yeah.
It might be because I'm thinking, like I said, I'm thinking 4 might be a red herring.
Yeah.
This leaker.
Honest to God, if Capcom basically showed a teaser of a Velociraptor claw, which was the cover art of Dino Crisis 1.
Oh my God!
If they showed a teaser of a claw mark, I would literally be like, yes, please.
That'd be both of us, I think.
Yeah.
Because like Dino Crisis was our game.
Oh yeah,
for Capcom.
We played I struggled with Resident Evil primarily for the oppressive feeling of it. But for some reason, I think it was just because it was dinosaurs, and it was on that hype train of like Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
I actually was able to get through Dino Crisis. It was really good. And the fact that they took a lot of things from Jurassic Park as well, like the Velociraptors would open doors.
Yeah.
Because this was the thing. It's like I don't think in 2 or 1, because I'm pretty sure Dino Crisis was released before Nemesis.
Yeah, I think so too.
But before 2 and 1, zombies in the originals couldn't go through doors.
No.
I think the exception was Mr. X. I think.
No, not even then. Because back then,
he was all scripted. He was scripted,
and almost every room was like you had a save, didn't you? Because that's why you had the door mechanic.
Yeah.
The thing. So that was like a loading screen. So
yeah.
zombie. Yeah, that's why zombies never actually came through doors or anything like that.
But in Dino Crisis, if you didn't deal with a Velociraptor and you just ran away and went through a door, that Velociraptor would follow you and open the door and go through, and then you would just have this quick cutscene of the Velociraptor just appearing through the fucking door.
It was great.
The first time that happened was a real brown pants jump moment, because I was like, oh shit, I have no ammo.
Loved Dino Crisis. Oh God, I miss that game so much. Yeah, you know what? Twitter. I don't have a Twitter. You have a Twitter.
I do.
# Dino Crisis. Bring it back.
Remake Dino Crisis.
Bring back Dino Crisis. Nobody's going to watch this. It will never take off.
It's fine. I actually may tweet that. The void of the internet. If anyone hears this, please. We need a remake of Dino Crisis. We do. We really do.
If we've had Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3, right? We don't need 4.
No.
Dino Crisis.
Dino Crisis deserves a remake.
Dinosaurs deserve to come back into the consciousness of the pop culture. Right? It's deserved.
I mean,
the Jurassic Park movies did not do them justice.
I mean, hell, to switch into manga right now, One Piece.
Exactly. Yeah, everybody's a goddamn dino.
the like 6 best. What else? Kaido's 6 best lieutenants or something. They're all dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So just in a just Just bring back Dino Crisis.
Bring back Dino Crisis.
Remake Dino Crisis.
Hashtag. If we're going to start this, it starts here. It's starting here. Bring back.
Probably someone else has already done this, but anyway, we will just.
We're taking the credit. I don't care.
We do not know if anyone else is wanting to bring this back, but it should do.
They totally should. Right. So we're going to move on now. So we've been playing games.
Yes.
Anyway, so we're going to start off with, since we just talked about Resident Evil, let's start off with Resident Evil 3.
Yes. You have a video?
I have a video up. I have videos. I have 4. I have 1 session up. You were with me.
Yes.
I liked it.
Yeah, it is.
It's just more of what Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, it's basically the same. It's the same with the originals. It's basically Resident Evil 3 is like a take on Resident Evil 2. It improves on things and you know. Does exactly the same. The fact that the Nemesis literally is just this unstoppable, like
Nemesis feels much more like an absolutely unstoppable beast now.
Yeah, I mean, in the original, he was an unstoppable beast, but it was the game and the way the characters moved in those games.
Yeah.
Like now, it's just literally like. Yeah, he's just non-stop.
He just doesn't care. I've shot him in the face 6 times. He doesn't care.
He's a friggin' Terminator.
Yes, he is.
That's what he is. Also, like, Barry... Spoilers. Barry doesn't get...
No, Barry.
Brad doesn't get fucking murdered by
Nemesis.
Although,
or at least he hasn't yet.
He hasn't yet. He's been bitten by a zombie.
He's been bitten by a zombie.
So that's probably what's going to happen to him. But... We haven't gotten to the police station, which is, I'm pretty sure, where he gets it. He gets
Possibly.
it. Although, again, that's right at the beginning. This is like, they have, while it's the same basic plot line, it does seem like it's a bit like Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah.
Where they've changed a bunch of stuff and added, like in the original, she just gets blown out of a building.
Yeah.
And this time, no, Nemesis just comes right through the wall.
Just breaks through the wall, and like how Jill does not have a broken back, I will never know. The amount of times she gets like kicked straight into a wall, she gets thrown out of a window. She's been the car. How she didn't die from the car? I'll never know. Jill is magic. We should all be like Jill. We should all be like Jill because whatever she's doing, if she's alive.
Yeah.
Need to go to the gym more. That's what it is.
That we do. But
everything looks nice. Also, where Resident Evil 2 felt massively because especially in the police station at the beginning of the game, it's really really claustrophobic and all the corridors are quite thin, and stuff like that. This with
you've been outside a lot.
We've been outside a lot at the beginning, even though it doesn't feel as claustrophobic. It feels a little bit more open.
Yeah.
It still has that absolute massive feeling. Now, this might be because you have no idea when Nemesis... We don't know when Nemesis is going to show up again. So that might be why. But it's still got that feeling of, oh, God, what's around this corner?
Yeah, the oppressiveness is still there.
Because I'm not worried about the zombies. The zombies are like nothing to me from Resident Evil 2. I got over them. It's now in the back of my brain is like, I'm going to turn this corner and the big guy's going to be there.
Yeah. It's a bit like Mr. X when... it all of a sudden realised that Mr. X is just walking around in the remake. He's just walking around looking for you, and pray to God he doesn't corner you because then you're dead.
You're dead. Unless you can get to a safe room.
Yeah, because you can't get into the safe room. Which I'm kind of worried that as that's the only bit of safety from Mr. X, the Nemesis to top it up is literally just going to bash that door down as if to say, "What's up, bitch?"
which just make me think, how are you going to save this game? Because there's no reason to go and save it if Nemesis is right behind you.
I don't know. It depends how well it works. It depends. They may actually still just script Nemesis to appear at certain times, because the one thing with if you have him like the Xenomorph in Alien Isolation, he's just walking around these areas, it could get there's no like respite potentially,
Mm.
and so what you want is for the threat of him always being there, but enough of like a breather between moments where he shows up. And if they're going to script him in, if they may actually decide just to script him in to certain scenes.
Yeah. That would make a bit more sense.
Yeah.
If I'm honest. Also, it'd make Nemesis a little bit more of a, oh god.
Yeah. Like, basically when they want to up the pace, he shows up.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a good game. If you liked Resident Evil 2 Remake, you're gonna like this. It is really good. Quite fun. I still haven't managed to master the whole dodge mechanic.
No,
that's in there. I keep getting caught by the goddamn zombies.
I think you've been caught out by like the lunges are a lot long, like from a further away than 2 in a sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually struggling with the zombies because they seem to be just like stood there and then the next second they've lunged for me.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Not like because Resident Evil 2 I could tell when they were going to lunge.
Yeah.
And now I kind of can't. There's no tell. They just sort of like massively like pop. Oh, okay. So yeah, but yeah, it's worth a buy if you liked. If you liked Resident Evil, you'll like this. You obviously, but if you only just got into Resident Evil 2 Remake and that's like your first foray into the Resident Evil games. This is pretty much exactly the same, just with a few spruced extra things in there to do. Yeah, it's worth a go. So the next game, on from that, the next game we'll talk about is Persona 5 Royal, and I am so happy. I am so happy. I love Persona. I love Persona so much. So I'm a fanboy. So take this with a pinch of salt because you might not agree with me, but this is. Royal it's fantastic. It's fantastic.
It's basically the same as Persona 5, but they've added things to it.
Yes, but not in the sense of like a lot of games will release DLC and then you can buy the Game of the Year edition.
Yeah,
right.
They'll
not like that.
They'll rework scenes and that. The new content.
They've added so much more into the story.
Yeah.
They've added new monsters. They've added in more levels to Mementos. They've added in new characters. They've added in new mechanics to the actual battles. Yes. Also, the dungeons are bigger because I've just recently done the first dungeon. So I've just beaten Kamoshida. Now, when I first did it on Persona 5, that took me... It took me 2 days in-game to do it. And this time, because I think it was like an extra 3 levels that I did.
Yeah.
But it took me 3 days. It took me an extra day to get this done. And yeah, you get introduced to like the new character almost straight away. You don't know her name, but there she is at the very beginning. She gets you meet her at the beginning of the game, and then you again meet her once you're at school, all that sort of stuff. And it follows the same plot points. Yeah. It's just there's like little sprinkles of extra.
Yeah, there's extra stuff to make all the new stuff fit in, sort of thing.
There's new. I think there's going to be new jobs to do. There's also a new semester at the end of. So basically, you would get to the end of the game, and then there's like a new kingdom, a new palace to take.
Right. So more, basically, new end game.
New end game, yeah. And yeah, it's fantastic. Like it's really, really good. If you
liked Persona 5,
you will love Royal. It's completely worth the money. Also, if you bought Persona 5 and you didn't get any of the DLC, so like all the extra costumes and that, you can get all those costumes for free. It's a free download. You get all the costumes. You get
that's pretty cool.
All the decal for Morgana in his car form. I know what I just said.
Yeah.
Also, they've spruced up the personas. So basically, in Persona, once you meet Max Confidence with another character, usually what happens, especially if they're part of your like group, their persona will change appearance.
Yeah.
Now this happened in Persona 5, and they're really good, really good. But this time, like, they've just gone over the top. Like, they've just like, let's just like make this ridiculous.
Shove it.
So like Captain Kidd, who is Ryuji's persona, he goes from being a pirate on top of like a pirate ship to he's still a pirate. He's just got a big, massive, fancy hat with a feather in it and all this other stuff and a big skull for a face, and he's on top of an airplane.
Oh.
A big Boeing 747. I think.
Just a giant ass plane.
Yeah, it's just massive. I'm just sort of like, all right, I'm down for that. This is crazy. I like it. Yeah. Also, whereas in Persona 5, you would basically it was every 2 levels you would get a new ability for that character that you got your confidant up, right? Now it's every level.
Oh.
Now it's every level you get something. So yeah, it's definitely worth the money. I absolutely love the game. I'm enjoying it. It feels just like it did when I played Persona 5.
It's just got more.
It's just got more stuff. So, and it is really the game. Those games and Atlas always do this with Persona. I think since Persona 3. I think Persona 3 was the first one that did it with.
Yeah.
Obviously they did it with Persona 4 with
Golden. Yeah.
And this is Royal. But those ones, the ones where it's like Persona 5 Royal.
Yeah.
They always feel like those ones are specifically made for the people who love Persona. Like they're not just releasing it to everybody. This is like, well, you loved Persona. You loved Persona 5? Here's just more Persona 5.
Yeah, here's more Persona 5.
So it feels. It's definitely a buy. It is worth the money, and it's especially with what's going on right now, you can sink a lot of hours into Persona 5. Yeah. So it's worth it. Go get it.
Speaking of sinking a lot of hours.
And on to the main event.
Final Fantasy VII Remake.
It's awesome.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah. Obviously, I am recording and uploading, so therefore, I've only done the first chapter.
Yes.
The combat is brilliant. Is it going to be better than the original? Technically, no.
I think it is.
No. Let me explain. Right. On a technical like level, like graphic engine and all that sort of stuff and storytelling.
Yes. Yeah.
It is. However, because it's obviously not the finish of the story, it's never going to be, for me, better than the original. However, but what they've done with like the changes to combat and like just the changes, not necessarily changes, but the fleshing out of the characters, like the interactions between Jessie and Cloud, like they took a little bit of her character where it comes across in the original as she has a little bit of a crush on him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, no, she's just full out flirting with him.
Yes.
Full out, like, hey, are you and Tifa a thing? And are you an item? If not, I'm here.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic, and it's really well acted. I love the banter between Barrett and Cloud throughout the entire first Mako.
Yes.
Also, I'm gonna forever call it Mako, despite what the game's saying with Mako.
Mako.
I'm sorry, it's Mako. I'm saying Mako. I grew up listening to it as Mako, therefore it is Mako.
Yes.
The graphics are gorgeous. They are just beautifully gorgeous. No recording will ever do it justice.
No.
No recording in the world will ever do it justice. And I'm just looking forward to the new stuff that they put in. I just wonder, is like when we get to a certain point, everything in the original, like you've got to remember, like the pacing in Final Fantasy VII, the original, is almost perfect in my opinion. Like the pacing of it, it's like you get to do your own thing. You are like linear down a route with the Midgar section. But up until the Sector 7 plate incident, like up until basically you go to Don Conero, there's not much of a time pressure, or there doesn't feel like there's a time pressure on you.
Yeah.
And then everything just starts kicking off after that moment. You try and rescue Avalanche, you then have to rescue Aerith, which leads you to going up to the Shinra Tower, and once you get to the Shinra Tower, and everything else kicks off.
Yes.
So, I think a lot of the new stuff will be before that, because it makes sense storyline-wise, personally, and I haven't gotten to that point, and I'm keeping myself oblivious to anything.
I keep kicking the chair.
Yeah, which the microphone's on. So sorry to anyone with headphones,
Yeah.
that might have been a thing. But I'm going to keep oblivious to, like, storyline-wise, because I want to know how they're adding the new stuff in, like the soldier guy.
Yes.
How he's been put in. Where he's putting it in. Does his like arc have a beginning, middle, and end? And by the time we start going up into the Shinra Tower, is he dealt with, or is he still in play at that time? It'll be interesting. Also, like, they've expanded on like the consequences of the beginning of the game.
Yes.
Like, yeah, you're not the reason why the Make Reactive explodes the way it does, but the fact that you turn up and do what you do leads Shinra to do what they do, which causes an awful lot of fallout.
Yeah.
And because obviously, like, spoilers, Sephiroth shows up right at the beginning of chapter 2.
Yes.
And Cloud's reaction is literally like, "You're dead."
Yeah, what's going on right now?
It does play off like it seems to be actually happening in his head, which is what the original did. Like, everything that was like going weird was Cloud's head. I'm hoping at some point during this storyline we don't get just Sephiroth, we get Zack.
You think?
Because the problem with the original is that unless you know the story inside out, which I thankfully do. I've played that game long enough, and most of the times enough that I should pretty much. I may get one or two things mixed up, but I'm pretty solid on the plot.
Yeah.
And characters do. Like, your first playthrough, you're not sure who's saying what in those little, like, in Cloud's head moments.
Yes.
And there's actually, if you think about it, like, there's a few times where it's actually Zack talking to him. Like when he...
I think there's a bit where you're in Nibelheim.
There's a bit... No. There's the bit where he rescues the little girl on the beach.
Yes.
The god-awful fucking...
That dolphin goddamn thing.
Just before the dolphin and just after the god-awful mouth-to-mouth...
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Breathing thing. Right? Just after that, there's a bit where Cloud's been where someone is talking to him in his head. And I'm pretty sure it's a bit of a mix between Sephiroth and Zack. Because I'm pretty sure Sephiroth is the one that's going, Hi, ask Tifa about what happened in Nibelheim. You sure she's what was she doing, all that sort of thing. But there's a few other times where it's I'm pretty sure it's Zack talking to Cloud, like the way Genova cells work is like, as Sephiroth explains, like it takes people's memories and implants them. But because Cloud isn't a clone, he's literally like Hojo basically took Cloud's dying body after being stabbed by Masamune, Sephiroth's sword, and he shoved him in a Mako chamber and started experimenting with Genova cells. That's why Cloud... It's also why Cloud is the only success...
Spoilers, by the way.
Yeah,
Huge spoilers.
Huge spoilers. The game's over 20 years old! I'm sorry!
I'm just putting out that spoilers for anybody who has not played that game.
We've already said spoilers, but no, what I'm saying is, like, I want the little bits of, like, Zack to be in there.
I think we will get them. Like, I'm not that far into it, the same as you. But I think we're gonna start hearing from Zack probably after we've fully met Aerith.
Yeah,
because I think that's what happens.
It's
in the original.
Also right. Here's the thing. In the original, Cloud only first mentions he's a soldier first class when Aerith asks him. So that's the first change that they've done already, because he says he's a soldier first class with Barrett. And Barrett asking that little skit with Barrett asking, "What's your age?"
Yes.
So what?
That'd make you a 1-year-old.
Yeah. So it's like I really hope that they still have like keep the whole explanation of what Genova cells do to what it was before. And it is still my concern that they're going to turn everything into a Cloud v Sephiroth thing, and I don't want that. It does look like it's like Sephiroth is like this third entity.
Yes.
Because he's like the first scene he shows up, he's literally going on about Cloud, like the planet's dying.
I think what they're doing is they're trying to make, because like
they're trying to explain Cloud's like drive to fight Sephiroth.
Yeah, but I think it's not just that. I think like you said in the original, when it came to the bits where it's like somebody talking in his head, unless you knew the game inside out, you didn't really know who or what the fuck was going on. I mean, like I barely even knew what whenever that was happening, I would literally like, who the fuck's talking? What the fuck's going on here? Right? Is he talking to himself? What the fuck? Right? So I think what they're trying to do is make those scenes a little bit more clearer.
Yeah.
So we're now getting a visual representation
of those scenes,
of those things. I think also we are going to get retcons.
Oh yeah,
we're going to get retcons. I guarantee
it, because there was a few things that wouldn't make sense.
Also, I think they are going to try and make stuff, because like, even though I did say spoilers before, like if you don't know that Sephiroth is the big bad, then you clearly have not. You are either a newborn child, or you haven't played games.
Yeah.
Ever.
Oh no, I know that.
Right? No. That's not what I'm getting at. I'm just saying. Right. So I think what they're trying to do is give Sephiroth a much bigger presence
in this game, because otherwise he would have just literally not even shown.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
I totally understand that.
And the biggest presence in the story, because like I've said it before, like in the original Final Fantasy, you know he's there, but at the same time, he's not.
Yeah. I understand, like, because obviously this is just the Midgard part. If they didn't put Sephiroth in earlier, then he'd only be you wouldn't even see him.
Yeah.
If they followed the plot line of it, at all. However, I do hope that they do keep like it is literally like these three different forces, like Cloud and the gang, Avalanche,
and Sephiroth is just somewhere off on the side.
Shinra and Sephiroth.
Yeah, I
want that dynamic of like they're all against each other. Sephiroth is this big bad at the end, obviously, but like I want I do want like the way that that Shinra didn't care about Cloud and them after they left Midgard, because it was just like, no, we need to deal with Sephiroth because Sephiroth killed.
Yeah.
Thingy Bob. So that's the hope.
I'm just looking forward to getting to see the Turks. That's what I'm waiting for.
We know Wu to sing, and we won't see Elena.
Oh no, we won't. I mean, they could retcon her in. That's something that I'm not going to mind seeing Elena. Yeah, sure. I like Elena. She's funny. She's generally
Elena's
funny.
This is the one thing with like them saying like this is only part 1, and there's no news about part 2. There's been nothing, and I'm like,
well, they only started working on it like I think 4 months ago. Literally, only just started working on it.
Oh god, that means like it's going to be like a few years before.
Oh yeah.
Right. Anyway. Like the stuff that I'm looking forward to doesn't happen in Midgard.
Yeah, that's the same with me.
Like Yuffie's first appearance and her.
Honestly, that's the thing I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for Yuffie. I love Yuffie. She has to have that stupid air punch. Appearance.
Apparently, Red 13 is not going to be playable.
No.
Which considering the fact that, which for you is heartbreaking, but I'm like, well, yeah, because otherwise he'd just be literally at the very end.
Yeah.
He would literally just be playable at the very end.
I really wanted to. You could still have him playable just for the elevator bit.
That's very
Come on.
Do you know what? The one thing I'm curious about is the one-on-one fight with Rufus.
I don't think we're going to fight Rufus. I think they're going to.
I'm worried that we don't either.
I think what we're going to get is, I think they're going to make
Rufus.
They're going to make Rufus an even more pompous sort of thing, and we're going to end up fighting that soldier guy.
Possibly. Also, from I know there's a fight against Genova.
Yes,
I know there's a Genova fight, which, while is much earlier than when you. Well, actually, it's not that much earlier.
No.
It's only
because your first fight's on the boat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Costa del Sol.
Yeah, between Junyan City.
Yeah.
Junyan,
so it's not really that much earlier.
Not much earlier, but at least it's a point where it makes sense because obviously she's
there.
She's there with the fucking.
She's just that sort of
without a head.
She's just that gloopy thing in there.
Yeah, it's basically her shoulders and chest.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, with the eye and oh god, that eye. Still have nightmares about that thing.
Yeah, which is alive. Which Barrett makes a wonderful comment in the original. That thing's alive.
Yeah. Oh god. That reminds me. Are we actually going to see that?
Yes.
We're going to see the chest.
We're going to see that in glorious high definition.
I don't think I want to.
I don't think glorious is the word for it, but still. Yeah, I'm looking forward to. To be perfectly honest, I do hope that we have some of the boss battles that I haven't seen in trailers or anything, like the fight against Reno. The first fight against.
I think we'll have that. I think we'll have that.
The plate.
So
I'm also curious. The one thing I noticed with the intro, it has the playset that's supposed to be in between sectors 6 and 7.
Mm.
And that's supposed to be in the slums.
Mm-hmm.
Which has the giant pizza dish above it.
Mm-hmm.
Yet we can see the sky.
Mm-hmm.
That's a problem there.
Well, you could always just say, well, it's a bit of technology that makes it look like the sky.
Possibly. Yeah, that's a thing.
It's a floating disc.
Yeah. It's not floating.
It looks like a floating disc.
It is held up by a fuck ton of pillars.
Yes.
But there's the lower levels and the upper levels of Midgar, and I'm kind of curious as to how they do the plate part of this game now. Because if I get to Sector 7 slums and I see the sky, I'm literally going to be like, okay, so how are they going to pull the major event that kicks everything off for the end of Midgar?
I think they'll just do what I just did. There's something there.
Yeah, possibly.
That makes it look like...
Make it look like the sky.
Yeah.
Possibly. They may do that.
Hmm.
But that would make Shinra sound a little bit more caring than they actually are.
Well, not really. You think about it.
Although, yeah, they do want to be the perceived.
Yes.
Caring,
so they do. So. Yeah, as you've seen from the posters that are around.
Yeah.
So, it kind of goes with
those
the
posters are a nice little touch, I have to admit.
Yeah.
It is a nice little touch. But yeah, I've enjoyed playing as Cloud. Obviously, once I get to Tifa, once Tifa joins the party, it is becoming the Tifa show.
Yeah, about that, you might not be able to do that.
Why?
Why? Because I've played it. And I'm a little bit further than you.
Yeah.
But staying as one character, I do not suggest it. I do not suggest staying as one character. Honestly, switch when you need to against those, especially bosses. Do not.
Oh yeah, there's going to be certain times, like for example during the Scorpion Sentinel fight, switching to Barrett so that he could do stuff.
Yeah.
When Cloud was occupied, yeah, but once I get Tifa, every opportunity that I can be Tifa is going to be Tifa.
I'm going to be Tifa. That's it. That's all.
Because she's the best girl.
The little touches in there as well in that game is really nice.
Yeah.
I tell you something, I've managed to pick up some material because, like I said, I'm a little bit further than you. I picked up something called the Deadly Dodge materia.
Oh, so is it
and I've
basically dodge and counter?
So basically, when you press circle to do the thing, you do that roll, so you dodge, yeah. So, but if you press square straight after you've done the roll, you'll do an attack, like straight into a big, massive attack, and you'll do more damage because you've got the materia on now, right? It's so much fun to do. Just I was doing a fight and I was surrounded by I think 4 of them. I did one dodge into the middle of all 4 of them, and I took all 4 of them out with the attack.
Oh, that's
it was so much fun, and it's
the
great.
music as well. The music's
on point.
I wouldn't say that it's better or worse than the original because
to me it sounds pretty much the same.
Yeah, it's just done with a professional orchestra / you know. It's an actual like music. The music file is like from proper music and proper instruments, and the original was this as well. But they had like less memory to work with.
Yes.
Hence the reason why the music.
It's very repetitive.
Yes, but it's still good. Like
it's still good.
You know, Battle 1 is brilliant. Fight On is just like. Fight On is like pumping up. Like let's do this.
The music's great. I mean, I don't think there's been a single tune that's been played so far that I haven't hummed or like sung along with.
Yeah. Through the first Mako reactor, the bit where Cloud gets separated.
Yeah.
And then you hear the battle music start. Oh, that is literally like, oh yeah, let's do this.
Yes. The bit later on, there's a bit where that tune properly kicks in, and it's just perfect. It kicks up right at the right time, right at the right moment. I also like the fact that by the looks of it, the more aggressive the fight is going, the louder the music gets. It kind of like goes up with how the fight's going.
I don't think it's the same way Doom does it. The way Doom works, its music is like it'll have a track for a level, but it's split into like different instruments sections. So it's not like like they used to do, which is basically like they have a battle music and calm music.
Yeah. And
depending on what was happening, they would play one or the other. Doom Eternal, which I'm still playing, and it is still freaking amazing. Doom Eternal is like they will have like different layers, and as the combat intensifies, it adds more and more and more and more until you're literally frigging rocking out to BFG division.
Yeah.
As everything explodes around you. The music in Final Fantasy VII Remake is, at the moment, from what I've heard, perfect for the game. On the same level as the original. And like I say, it's not better, it's not worse. The only thing I would say is I wish I had an option to put the original in.
Just for
those who prefer the original.
You might be able to. There might be a later date, because some games do that. They release the.
I know, but I don't want it as paid DLC. I would have just as a little nod to the fans, like.
It might not be. No, that's what I'm saying. It might not be paid DLC. It might be free. What I'm saying is they might release it as DLC.
True. But anyway, Final Fantasy VII.
It's awesome. Buy it.
It is as good as we hoped it could be.
If you can find it anywhere, because God knows I'm having trouble.
Well, yeah, because all the stores are shut and Amazon are sold.
Amazon, Game, every online retailer doesn't have it. They're all sold out.
Yeah.
And all the stores are shut. So.
I mean, thankfully, you can rob mine or the fact that we bought our mum as well, because she's a massive Final Fantasy fan.
Yes.
At least you can rob it off us.
Yeah, for now. For now, I'll have to do. I've got Persona.
You've got Persona.
I've got Persona. I'm good. I am good. I've got Persona. I've got Final Fantasy 14, which is just had its Easter event, so I'm good. I've got stuff to do. So it's okay. But yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Final Fantasy VII, great. Final Fantasy VII Remake is great. Persona 5 Royal is great. And Resident Evil 3 Nemesis Remake is great.
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, what more do you want?
There you go. We're shills. That's why we're saying all these things are great.
Clearly.
I'm hoping to get sponsored.
Don't be silly.
Nobody watches these videos.
Exactly. Hey, even when we get even if the miracle happens and you get loads of views, we're still going to be saying
nobody watches these videos.
It'll be the running joke of the channel. I think it is the running joke of the channel.
It is the running joke. It is a running joke.
Nobody watches these.
Nobody watches these. Absolutely no one. Anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've stayed to the end.
So yeah, to those of you that have watched this video, thank you very much.
Yeah. Also, leave any comments down below what you think of the games that we talked about.
Yeah.
Like Resident Evil. Or any games that have come out that we haven't talked about.
Yeah.
Put them down there and give us your opinion on them.
And if someone wants to have a laugh, say you're looking forward to Fallout 76 Wastelanders.
That's soon, isn't it?
Yeah, that's coming out soon.
That's coming out. I'm still thinking of seeing what the cheapest is I can find it for and buying it,
No.
And doing that. Is this worth £5?
You couldn't pay me money. You couldn't pay me money to play Fallout 76.
I could give you chocolate.
No. Even still, no.
Damn.
No.
Chocolate usually works.
Fallout 76 is it's still a complete and utter shit show.
When is Wastelanders out?
Soon, apparently. You can get it on Steam now as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's going to get released on Steam. I mean, that's going to be a lot of people buying it. Whatever you do, don't pre-order it. Please don't.
Yeah, don't
wait
pre-order that
until
thing.
the people that get, whose jobs it is to actually trudge through that shit.
If there's anybody who likes the Elder Scrolls and Fallout, right, just do yourselves a favour. If you want an MMO that's something to do with either the Elder Scrolls or Fallout, just get the Elder Scrolls Online. Right, just get that
Much
game
better idea.
and you'll be happy.
But yeah.
But anyway, back to this.
Back to yeah.
Thanks very much for watching. Final Fantasy VII Remake is awesome. Go buy it if you can.
If you somehow can. Same with if you like Persona 5 and on the fence for Royal, it is actually worth it.
Go for it.
And for anyone who hasn't already bought Resident Evil 3 Remake,
go for it.
Yeah, it's if you like Resident Evil, if you liked the Resident Evil 2 remake, then this is just the best thing. Yeah, you're in safe hands.
It's just more of the same.
Yeah,
and
it's still really, really good.
Yeah, it's fun. So there you go. There's our verdicts.
All 3 games, all great. Go buy them.
So we'll see you in the next videos.
Yes.
Bye now.
Toodles.